Welcome everybody, LinkedIn Live Leadership number 9. I can't believe it. It's linked into lockdown haircut number 9 as well from Mrs. Crosby. This week, we're going to be focusing on how to have a great one-to-one with one of your team members. I'm Gary Crosby. I'm an action coach, business coach, as you can see, and I'm going to share with you some real-world pragmatic leadership advice that's come from my 31 years in the Royal Air Force, my time in the corporate world, and my last 3 years as a business coach, where I've been helping some business owners who are used to doing stuff in their business, make that transition to being the leaders in their business. So I want to share that with you. I want you to get to the end of this 10 minutes and go, you know what, I'm just really glad I signed in and learned this little idea or tip on leadership. So your job as a leader, right, is to enroll people. It's to inspire people in your business, to show them a journey that you're going to go on. It's your job to create better leaders, new leaders in your business, of course. It's your job to share your vision and your energy and your passion and get people to follow you on the journey that you've set out for yourself and your business as well. And a really important part of this, of course, is great communication. We know that good leaders have great communication skills. So it's really important for you to have that link between you and the team members. All right, so what's it like in your business? Do you set time aside to have one-to-ones with your team members? Is that time considered productive by both you and your employee? Are you making a good structure in those meetings so that you cover the points that you want to cover? That's what I want to address today. So let's have a quick look at why one-to-ones are really, really important. I think there's 3 areas, of course. And the first one is that you're maintaining that great line of communication between you and your employee. The second one is that you really get an opportunity to manage expectations, right? We all know that employees perform well when they know exactly what's expected of them. So it's really important for you to be able to do that. And number 3 is, as a leader, it's a great opportunity for you to show support and guidance and offer help, a really important part of leadership. Now, one of the things I would say is that there are some things you must take care about. Okay, and there are 3 things, again, that you must do to make one-to-ones like this work really, really well. Number 1 is to get these in the diary for as far in advance as you possibly can. Okay, make a commitment between you and the employee to turn up for these meetings, because the minute that you decide that something else is more important than sitting down with your team member, then you've completely wiped out the meaning of your one-to-ones. Okay. Number 2 is keep it short, right? No reason for anything more than 20 to 30 minutes here. Keep an eye on the timing. Never, ever go over that time that you've set for it, and manage the flow in the meeting so that you cover all the points that we'll come to in the structure in a second. And number 3 is minimize distractions, of course. No phones, no laptops, no noise, no interruptions. Just create that little space where you can have a proper conversation with your employee. All right, so using a format can help here. And this is what I wanted to come on to today for the main part of the discussion. And I use a format called LION. I've seen it used really, really well by business owners. LION, LION. I don't know who invented it. It certainly wasn't me, but it's a great structure that I've seen work really well. So let's have a look at the 4 aspects of LION. The first one, the L, stands for last, the last period. So you might have one-to-ones every week, you might have them every fortnight, you might have them every month. Whatever that is, it doesn't matter. You're talking about the last period. And there are some good questions that you can throw into the mix in all 4 of these areas in LION. So the first one could be something really simple like, tell me what you've achieved since we last had a one-to-one. Starts the meeting off on a really positive note. The employee can talk about what they've done really well. They can tell you about the things that they've done that have supported your business. And that gives them a chance to really feel good at the start of the meeting. You might follow that up if there's a particular thing that you want to focus on with, okay, that's absolutely great. Tell me about some of the things that haven't gone quite so well. And again, human beings naturally are quite self-deprecating, so you might learn something about what they feel hasn't gone quite so well. And it also gives you a good opportunity to say, I've noticed a few things. One of the areas I'd really like to focus on for improvement is this or this. So that's the L, giving people a chance to talk about what they've achieved in the period since you've last had a one-to-one. Now, the I and the O are linked in a way, and they send 2 really important messages, which I'll come on to in a second. But let's have a look at I first. I is all about issues, okay? And again, the questioning technique here is really, really important. So you might say something like, what issues have you spotted since we last had a one-to-one? And this is the really crucial part of it. And what have you done to address those issues, okay? So there's a message in there, which I'll come to after we've done the O part, but it's a nice, clear message to send to your employee. When we go to the O part, we're talking about opportunities, and opportunities here has got a similar sort of question. You're saying, what kind of opportunities have you spotted since we last had a one-to-one? And importantly, what have you done to take advantage of them? So you can see what we've done there for both issues and opportunities, and you're sending these two nice, clear messages. The first message that you're sending is that the team members always know that these questions are going to come up. Okay, so you begin to change the way they view issues and opportunities. They'll be looking for issues and knowing that they should be doing something about it because they know that you're going to ask that in the one-to-one. Yeah, they're going to be looking for opportunities that they can take advantage of. So they've got something to tell you when you ask that question in the one-to-one. And you must always ask it. So that's the first key important message that you're sending. The second key thing that you're doing by doing this is that you are teaching people to think for themselves. Yeah, you're sending a message by adding on that second part of the question. What have you done about the issues? What have you done to take advantage of the opportunities that you want them to display that behavior? That's a really important message, because one of the things that really piles stress on business owners, and I see this all the time, is when people come to them with issues or challenges and they say, that's fine, I'll take that off you. I'll deal with that. In fact, there's a whole book being written on it called The 1 Minute Manager Meets the Monkey. And the monkey is the challenge that the employee passes over to the manager or the leader, and the leader takes it on. It's a surefire way to add stress to your business life. So we've sent two really important messages in the I and the O part of line. Now we're going to move on to the N part of line, which is next period. So next week, next fortnight, next month, whatever else you want to, whatever periodicity you've got there. And again, a nice simple question to start with. What would you like to achieve during the next period before we meet again? And here you want the employee to say to you, well, it'd be good for me to upskill in a certain area. I'd like to do some training. I'm happy to take on a little bit of extra responsibility, perhaps. And it gives you the opportunity then also to say, yeah, some of the things I've been thinking about for you is taking on a bigger client, taking on a bigger project, taking on a bigger job. There's ways there that you can show what you've got in mind for the employee as well. And remember, 20 to 30 minutes, about 5 minutes each for each of these sections, and you controlling the flow to make sure that you get to the end of the meeting on time. Okay, so that's LION. I really like that. It's a great way to have a good one-to-one. It's a great structure that you can use with your employees. I hope that was really useful for you. If it was, give me a thumbs up on LinkedIn right now. If you're watching it on YouTube later, then do the same and subscribe to the channel. That'll help us to get moving on that channel as well. And gosh, we finished Leadership Live number 9. We're looking at Leadership Live number 10 for next Wednesday at midday. We're going to talk about how to really manage expectations well using something called a position contract. Okay, this is not a legal employment contract. This is not a job description. It's another thing that you can use as a leader and manager in your business that will really get the focus on what's expected from your employee. And you can use it actually in a one-to-one to give that structure as well. Okay, so I hope that was useful for you. As I say, give me a thumbs up. Next week, I'll see you Wednesday at midday for LinkedIn Leadership Live number 10. We'll see you then.